in Pampanga and in central Luzon. Bamboo is said to be the biggest sequester of carbon. 60 tons of carbon can be sequestered in 1 hectare of bamboo plantation alone. And bamboo, in fact, is indigenous to the Philippines and easily grows anywhere. We can start to plant and build natural barriers, one barangay after another at little cost. As regards mangrove rehabilitation, I just came from Misamis Occidental, when no less than the governor is planting in its mangrove areas in the various cities and municipalities in the province. There is also an initiative of the province of Pampanga, where Pampanga Bay will be the recipient of a grant for mangrove rehabilitation. So, Mr. President, there is initiative going on in the local level. Recycling approaches promote resource reuse and controls depletion of resources. Sequestration of methane from landfills for generation of electricity is a good mitigation measure that is also eligible for benefits under the clean development mechanism of the Kyoto Protocol. In fact, we have a law, the Solid Waste Management Law, with this representation had sponsored in this very floor 8 years ago or 7 years ago in January of 2001. Do we have to wait for another payatas to happen for us to implement this law in the barangay level? Do we have to wait for tragedies like what happened in Real and Infanta in Quezon, in Dingalan in Aurora, in Ginsaugon in Southern Leyte, before we are shocked out of our apathy and complacency to give primordial attention to climate change? The tons of sequestered carbon emissions certified by the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change may be traded globally. Renewable energy facilities for green energy can bring technology transfer and similar incentives from the convention. Although we need not commit to greenhouse emission reduction, we can make sure that forthcoming power generating facilities shall use wind, solar, hydro, geothermal, and tidal resources or biofuels. And the chairman of the committee from the House then is now a senator who is a co-advocate and co-eco-warrior. It is my fervent wish that the renewable energy bill, authored by many distinguished members of this chamber, will be enacted before my next birthday. The Philippine Energy Plan must reflect our strong commitment to the development and wide use of indigenous renewable sources of energy. Let us favor mass transport systems and reforestation activities nationwide. Let us promote the use of renewable energy and promote the use of inventions like the carousel which will be launched in Puerto Princesa City on February 14, Valentine's Day, where Mayor Hagedorn, Attorney Oposa, and myself, 3 United Nations awardees for the environment, will not only plant mangroves, but will launch nationwide the use of the carousel, which does not use gasoline or fuel, but can be used by every municipality and every city. Hopefully, with the help of the Department of Science and Technology and with the genius of Attorney Oposa, this can be used in every city and municipality of this country. All these must be included in our medium-term Philippine development plan as well. In fact, it is also my suggestion, Mr. President, that we create a commission, an oversight commission on climate change. We have many oversight committees and many commissions on various sectors. It is important, Mr. President, we should put our money where our mouth is and actually attack the issue on climate change by putting into action all the rhetoric and creating a Senate committee on climate change. We are not lacking in talent, Mr. President. With your indulgence, may we take this opportunity to extend our congratulations as a body to the Nobel Prize laureates from the Philippines, and they are present here in this chamber today. May he stand as I call him, please. Dr. Rex Victor Cruz of the College of Forestry and Natural Resources of UP Los Baños. Dr. Rodel Lasco, Philippine Program Coordinator of the World Agroforestry Center. Dr. Juan Pulin, also from the UP Los Baños. And fourth, a lady scientist, Dr. Rosa Perez, Chief of Pag-asa Flood Forecasting at the Department of Science and Technology. They were 4 of the hundreds of brilliant scientists, only 4 from the Philippines, who shared the Nobel Peace Prize with Vice President Al Gore. It is my pride and honor to bring them to this chamber, Mr. President. In fact, we had passed a resolution commending the efforts of these 4 brilliant Filipino scientists who shared the Nobel Peace Prize with Vice President Al Gore. We continue to rejoice in the worldwide recognition of your contributions to the IPCC and look to you for advice in these times of crisis. Planet Earth is no longer the planet of placidity, fussed over by poets, tempestuous on occasion, but more often a calm and gentle provider of life and sustenance. Greenhouse gases, innocuous but lethal fumes that can usher in damnation of biblical proportion, have upset the Earth's physical balance, threatening human and all of physical life on it with extinction. With total resolve, on this day, Mr. President, let us all clean up our act and help clean our planet. Thank you, Mr. President.
Majority Leader.
Mr. President, Senator Subiri wishes to interpellate Senator Lee.
Senator Subiri is recognized.
Thank you. May I be allowed to present a few friendly questions to the...
Can I just request you to move here?
Okay.